Hi everyone, I'm Kwun, CEO of BXB. I'm excited to be here today and share with you guys our BXB story. As a young boy, I always knew I wanted to be a builder. I was surrounded by builders, my grandfather, my uncles, who, through our family business, changed the face of the Philippine construction industry. Growing up, however, my grandfather would always stress to me, building wasn't about making money, but about building real things that brought real benefits to people. I took this with me in all the endeavors I undertook. As a builder, I knew that I wanted to build something big, something that I could call my own, but most importantly, like my grandfather had always stressed to me, something that was meaningful and something that could help society. I started my crypto journey in 2015. Because I was fortunate to have some resources and my professional background, I'd made some profits. However, as I was trading, I began to notice just how much professional traders were dominating the industry. They were making large profits while retail investors were making losses. So I thought to myself, is there a way to give retail investors more of an advantage? So I studied all the different exchanges that are out there. And it took almost no time to find that the answer was yes. There was huge room for improvement. There is a way to give retail investors more of an advantage. So I told my friends who had rich experiences in finance and tech development, and they had all loved the idea. We knew we were onto something big. From that day, the BXB project began. I had not only found something that I was passionate about, but also something that was good for society. We have designed all BXB products under one guiding principle: to level the playing field between retail investors and professional investors. BXB products have been designed to give the average person has the same access to powerful financial tools that professional investors use to make a profit. However, we have designed everything around a simple, easy-to-understand interface where users don't have to spend years mastering terminology, trading strategies, or programming abilities. So, BXB Exchange, best exchange for beginners. And our slogan, dedicated to serving individuals. In order to achieve our goal and to close that gap between professional investors and retail investors, we have designed a full suite of innovative products that I'm so excited to share with you guys today. Let's take a quick look. So here's our product list. Our first one, auto mining, tap trading, options, and coin-to-coin trading. I can proudly say that we are one of the few projects out there that have launched with this many products at launch. Many projects out there are carried out by fancy white papers or promise to deliver something innovative, but very few ever pan out. In the world of exchanges, on the other hand, with the 200+ exchanges that are out there, most of them only allow you to trade coin-to-coin. Coin-to-coin trading has become a very normal product. We at BXB wanted to give our customers something different, something unique, and something innovative. I want to first introduce you guys to one of our most exciting products, automatic mining. Now, before I go into the specifics of this product, I want to first tell you the goal of this product, which is 5% income per day. Now, I know what some of you are thinking out there. 5% income per day. How can one really achieve this income? Well, let's go over the principles of this product, and I'll show you how you can do that. But before we go into that, let's first answer the question, what is mining? Now, we all know about Bitcoin mining. But for those of you who didn't know, like I didn't know before, Bitcoin mining isn't about going out there and with your shovel to try and unearth some Bitcoins. It's a concept that Bitcoin miners supply their computing power to help solve complicated math equations for the platform. And as a reward, they get Bitcoins. So when we look at an exchange, what kind of behavior contributes to an exchange? A trader comes into the exchange to trade. That is the most basic requirement for an exchange to run. If the trader can contribute a transaction then, under basic blockchain economy, that trader should be rewarded. So what does the BXB exchange reward its customers with? BXT. BXT token is a token issued by the BXB exchange. Its value is based on the success of the exchange. So if the value of the exchange increases, the price of BXT will increase accordingly. So let's give an example. If today the BXB exchange is valued at 100 million, then all the BXTs out there are worth 100 million. If the value of the exchange increases to, say, 1 billion, then the price of BXT has increased tenfold. Therefore, BXT is proof of the value of the exchange. So let's take a look at your traditional exchanges. In the traditional exchange, the customers provide the value to the platform. But the equity of the exchange is held by a very small number of shareholders, investment banks, and PE firms. Retail investors simply can't enjoy any of the benefits of the exchange. So let me see if I'm understanding this correctly. The retail investors bring the value to the exchange, but the profits of the exchange are given to a very small number of shareholders. Is that correct? No, I don't think so. What then should be the case? Since retail investors bring the real value to the exchange, they should be rewarded. This is a design principle of the BXB mining model. Now, let's take a quick look. So a total of 1 billion BXT will be distributed. 51% will be available for auto mining. 40% will be used for the development of the ecosystem. And the remaining 9% will be used for the management team. Our rule at BXB is, if a customer makes a transaction, they should be rewarded. So let's say a customer contributes a transaction fee of 100 USDT. In the BXB exchange then, that customer would be rewarded with 105 USDT in equivalence of BXT the following day. 51% of BXT will be distributed through platform trades. Now, a customer can choose to do two things once they receive that BXT. One, they can choose to hold it as long-term shareholders and grow with the platform. Or two, they could choose to sell that token at any point in time for the equivalence of 105 USDT. So we can see here that people do really get that 5% income per day through trade mining. Some people may still not understand the source of such high income. So let's assume a year from now, 51% of BXT has been mined through platform trading. Let's also suppose that a year from now, that the value of the BXB exchange is now at 200 million. So that would mean $102 million worth of BXT has been distributed to individual retail investors. Then let's suppose a year after that, the value of the BXB exchange is now 1 billion. So that would mean $510 million worth of BXT has been distributed to retail investors. So where does the source of such high income come from? Well, it's obvious. It's from the increase of the value of the BXB exchange. We're tired about hearing about all these PE firms and investment banks taking up all this capital appreciation. It's time to change that and to give back to the real owners and to the real benefiters of the exchange. You, the retail investors. Now, by now, we all understand the basic principle of trade mining. That is, you make a transaction and the platform rewards you. So is this simple system able to protect the interests of retail investors in other platforms? The simple answer is no. We have noticed that exchanges in Asia have tried to implement this simple system. However, many have failed. So let's take a look at the reasons why they have failed. The first being that retail investors just really don't have the ability to mine. Trade mining requires that a person racks up transaction fees. And the amount of trading a person can really do manually is very limited. Professionals could simply enter their APIs into the exchange and automatically trade. Professionals would then rack up all the rewards, leaving nothing for the retail investors. So we can see from our example, professional investors have the machines, while retail investors are left with a shovel to manually trade. However, we all know that professional arbitrage miners do not bring the real value to the exchange. They will simply come in and rack up all the rewards, profit, then leave. This is just like traditional businesses in which greedy PE firms come in and take everything. Retail investors, on the other hand, simply can't compete because of the lack of API knowledge or programming knowledge. So we needed to fix that. Back to our original intention. All BXB products are designed to narrow the gap between retail investors and professional investors. Therefore, at BXB, we have designed a unique product that will allow retail investors not only to participate, but to participate fairly in trade mining. We have implemented two creative designs. The first, in the design of the product, we have built the automatic client built into the program. So all retail investors need to do is apply the funds they want for mining and automatically start. From here, retail investors can experience the same mining program or the same ability as professional investors. Two, we have created an upper daily mining limit for each individual account. That means professional investors will no longer have a financial advantage over anyone else, so that everyone can participate and share in the daily mining revenue. Under such mechanism, professional investors will not have a financial advantage over retail investors. At this point, everyone should understand our product rules and design. We are doing everything possible to create a fair environment and provide retail investors with easy access to professional trading tools. Now, let me walk you through the profit-making process in about 30 seconds. Let's take a quick look. I'll start with my balance of 1,000 USDT. I'll then buy $500 worth of BTC, so that I have a trading pair. I'll go into the mining client and input my numbers. I'll then click Start, and after a while, it will finish. I'll then check my balance and see that I've used up my trading commission for the day. And then my balance will show that as well. And then I'll go into my fund wallet and see that it's been turned into BXT. The following day, I'll want to sell that BXT in the open market for USDT. As you can see, my balance is now 1,057 USDT. I've made a profit of 57 USDT for this day. And you can do that every single day. Very simple, right, guys? So some of you may be wondering, what happens if the price of BXT falls? I'll be risking taking a loss. So let's see how we can understand the price of BXT. In fact, it's very simple. The price of BXT, as we mentioned earlier, increases with the increase in the value of the exchange. So how do we keep the value of the exchange growing? Well, very simple again. Customer engagement and, of course, products that our customers care about. Once again, there's only one logic behind all our products: to reduce the gap between professional investors and retail investors, so that retail investors can have an easier time making money. So let's talk about our second product, tap trading. Retail investors like to do short-term trading. They like to watch the market trends, then try and beat it. It's a very fun and exciting thing. But in reality, in all the exchanges, it's very hard for retail investors to do short-term trading. Just imagine, you have to enter too much information, and you would lose out on a lot of market opportunities. Professional traders, on the other hand, would enter into their APIs, and those could automatically trade for them. This is a huge gap between professional investors and retail investors. So let's close that. We have designed tap trading, which is a first and only kind of its product in the industry. All a retail investor needs to do is simply enter the interface, enter the basic requirements of the trade, and simply tap with their numeric keys to buy and sell instantly. Now, let's see how this very simple function works. So now I've entered into the tap trading interface. I'm now buying as I'm watching the market, and now I'm selling as the trends change. I'll continuously look for other trends, and once I see it, now I'm buying again. I'm continuously buying as I see the trends going in favor. And keep buying, and then now selling as the trends change. So as you can see here, I've captured all of the trends perfectly. Simple and fun, right? We're also launching a mobile version very soon, but let's take a quick look. Much like a video game, you just stare at the curve and tap at will. Find the inflection point, buy, and sell. It's fun to buy low, sell high, but we want to remind everyone, while it's fun, you're still making money. So let's talk about our other product, options trading. When it comes to options trading, retail investors rarely understand options. But in traditional finance, professional investors mostly all use options to trade. So why is it that professional investors use options, but retail investors don't use it? Well, it's not that options are not good, but retail investors simply don't really understand it. So this is the professional gap that we need to fix. Let's see how we're going to do that. Let's go over 4 reasons why options are great products. 1, the risk is limited, but the profits are unlimited. So in options trading, retail investors will only lose the premium they paid for the product. But the profits they can make are unlimited. 2, it's a leverage product. And investors can choose the leverage they want by selecting different kinds of contracts. 3, you can use options to short or long cryptocurrencies. So just like the bear market we have now, you can buy a put and still make money as the markets are going down. 4, options, unlike futures, you don't have to worry about the risk of margin call. You simply call the right direction, and you don't have to worry about what happens in between. Futures traders will understand me here on this one. We had the right direction, but we were forced out of our positions given the extreme volatilities in the market. So at BXB, we have simplified complex options product and made them simple and easy to understand so that retail investors can be able to participate. As we can see, options products are great for retail investors, but retail investors hardly understand it. So we have taken complex options products and made them simple and easy to understand so that retail investors can easily invest in them. We also believe that investors have the opportunity to gain profits that are unmatched by futures and spot trading. Okay, let's talk about our next product, Lego trading. We all know that the cryptocurrency market is 24/7. Investors just have no way to keep an eye and watch the markets 24/7. You could find yourself in a situation in which you fall asleep and you risk losses while you were sleeping. It could be that you wake up the next day and your losses have already occurred, but you couldn't wake up and put your stop loss. Professional traders can easily manage their risk through program trading. So this is another gap. Let's fix it. We are about to launch our own version of program trading called Lego trading. Investors simply need to drag and drop like Legos. Traders simply need to drag and drop a few trading blocks, such as stop loss and buy-in, and the program automatically executes for them. In our design, traders don't need to learn complicated programming or complex APIs. We have found that program trading helps retail investors overcome 2 shortcomings: greed and fear. For example, you expect the price of Bitcoin to reach $20,000 US. Without program trading, you would have to sit there and continuously watch the market. Now, in program trading, you could simply set your strategy and go travel without having to worry about the small price fluctuations. Those small price fluctuations could shake your confidence and make you lose out on potential profits. So, on to our next product, coin-to-coin trading. Coin-to-coin trading is a very mature product in the market. However, we found that retail investors lose money because of information asymmetry. That is, retail investors have no real way of knowing the real situation behind the project. It is impossible for retail investors to know the real situation and professional background. A lot of these projects are carried out by fancy white papers, which distorts the retail investor's perception. Professional investors, on the other hand, rely on their strong research capabilities and access to information that just isn't available to retail investors. So, how do we fix this, and how do we close that gap? The answer is professional project review team. We are very adamant that the principal listing should be done by a professional project team. This will help vet most of the risks of the project instead of allowing the retail investors to figure this out on their own. Therefore, we have set up a professional project team that will thoroughly look over the project so that retail investors will not have to bear that risk. This will also help bring retail investors and professional investors in the same starting line, as everyone will have the same information. As a project is listed, we'll continuously let our customers know what the updates are on the project so everyone is aware constantly. We all know that saying, never put all your eggs into one basket. However, for retail investors, this is sometimes hard to execute on. It's hard for retail investors because of a lack of funds to research and invest in multiple currencies. Professional investors, on the other hand, have access to programs that can help them index. So, this is another professional gap. How do we close that? ETF. We are launching a variety of ETF products to meet the market demands. Now let's give an example how this could be helpful. For example, the market plunged last night, and now you think it's a bargain to buy in. But the risk of buying one token might be too big, and you're afraid also that you might have missed the market rebound. So the best thing then to do would be to buy the top 10 coins in the market. But if you were to trade yourself, that would mean you have to allocate 10% to each different coin. That's way too troublesome. So we have simplified this process and made it easier for our customers by giving them ETFs. You can buy one ETF to solve all your market needs. Easy game, right? We have a lot more products in design and in development, such as perpetual futures and copy trading. We will also continuously upgrade our products and provide a better experience for our users. I believe what we're doing for the market is revolutionary. We are one of the only projects that are so focused on helping the retail investors. I think this also shows just how strong our development team is. We have designed everything in such a short term. I'm excited for everyone to try our products and feel the BXB difference, but most importantly, get better investment returns. Let's go back to mining. How much do you think the BXB exchange will be valued after 1 year? 100 million, 200 million, 500 million, 1 billion? If there's such an expectation then, BXT will have a huge appreciation space. Therefore, trade mining will be a very good investment. The future has come, and BXB is the next generation of exchanges. Welcome aboard.